Hello friends, welcome to Dharma Education. If not yet subscribed, please subscribe and click the bell icon. So in this module, we are going to discuss about what are the subsets and what are the conditions we have to follow in subsets and what is implies and what is if. So here we'll see first definition. After that, we'll move on to the some examples. What are the subsets and how it will be subset? You can see I'm going to give some examples also. So here, a set, what is that? A set, capital A, is said to be a subset of a set B. That means if every element of A or every object of A or every member of A is also an element of B. So let's going to take two sets A and B. So A will have some elements and B will also have some elements. But we are saying that A is subset to the B. That means all the elements which are presented in A, that should be presented in B also. Then only you can say A is a subset to B. So it's not necessary to get all the elements which are presented in B that will be presented in A. It is not compulsory, but A is said to be subset to B. Then all the elements which are presented in A will be presented in B also. Let's take if B is subset to A. B is subset of A. Then what is the condition? The elements which are presented in B, all the elements which are presented in B should be contained in A set also. Then only you can say B is a subset of A. So if every element of A is also an element of B, that is the definition of subsets. Then we'll see point wise and what are the definitions and what are the important role of this. Then we can move on to the examples. So here they are written long C or you rotate it, or long C, you can call it as long C also. A subset to B, this is the symbol. So you can read it as is a subset of or is contained, is a subset of or is a contained in. So I will read carefully, listen. A is a subset of B or A is contained in B. That is the subset meaning. It is subset of A is a subset of B or A is contained in B. So that is this is the symbol for subset, and you can write A is a subset of B like this. Next one, A is subset of B if whenever A belongs to A, then A is also belongs to B. So A here denoted is element, an element. So A subset to B if when it is possible A subset B, all the elements which are present in A, then also it is belongs to the B. So all the element which is belongs to A, that is also belongs to B. So that is an element. The next one, A subset B if A small a, this is an element, A small a belongs to A, then so here this is the symbol of implies. If it is present means, then implies means after this condition it is possible. If it is existed, let's going to take A is a subset B. If A belongs to capital A, small a belongs to capital A, that implies A is also belongs to B. So implies symbol. So whenever we want to write, then this is also belongs. So if it is a reason, then if it is a happens, then automatically it is happens in B set also. We will write this mark, that is implies. So A belongs to capital A, that implies A belongs to capital B set also. So here capital A capital B denotions sets. Here A is denoted an element. So this is the implies condition. You can write like this. If A subset of B, if when it is possible A subset B, element which is belongs to capital A, that implies it is also belongs to capital B. Then only A subset B you can read. How we can read it? A is a subset of B. A is a subset of B if A is an element of A, implies that A is also an element of B, Whatever I explained, that is the condition here. Next one, A is not a subset of B. So A is not a subset of B. So A is not a subset of B means here you can cross the long C. The subset symbol we are crossed. So that means here whenever we will cross it in mathematics, that is means for the existing condition, if it is a subset mean not subset, if it is a belongs, not belongs. So for that we will going to cross. A is not subset of B. That means the elements which are presented in, all the elements, it will not contained in B. Then you can say A is not a subset of B. Next condition. If you want to say two sets are equal, then we will use if and only if condition. If you want to say in a subset conditions two sets are equal, then we will going to use if and only if. So A is a subset B and B is also subset A if IFF. So we will use IFF. This means if and only if A is equals to B. So I will explain all these conditions, what is subset and implies. So there's the elements which are presented in, and next one A subset B and B subset A, that implies that if and only if A is equals to B. So how you can say A subset B and B subset A? So A is a subset of B, B is a subset of A. When it happens means if and only if A equal to B, the elements which are presented in, all the elements which are presented in A set will also contained in B. Then the elements which are, all the elements which are presented in B will also contained in A. That is A subset B, B subset A. That means they are equal. So whatever the presented here, it is presented in B. Whatever the presented in B, it is also presented in A. That means the two sets are equal sets. Next one. Every set is a subset to itself. Every set, all the sets is a subset to itself. Every set. And null set, void set or empty set is always subset to all the remaining sets. That means every set will contain null set. There is no element also, you can say that is a set, right? So for that, empty set is always subset to every set. Don't forget this condition. That means here pi is subset to all the sets. Means next one, A subset to A. I explain the elements which are presented in all the elements which are presented in A, that is also belongs to A, right? So for that, every set itself is subset. Next one. So Q is subset to R, that is rational numbers is subset to real numbers, correct? Rational numbers is subset to real numbers or not, we have to check it. So yes, always all the rational numbers will be subset to real numbers, yes. Next one here, A is equals to 1, 3, 5, they are given, and B is equals to X such that the set of all X such that X is an odd natural numbers less than 6. Odd natural numbers less than 6. So all you can write it as all the natural numbers which are less than 6. 1, 3, 5. These are the sets. Then what you can write here, this is the roster form for this set builder form. So A subset B and B subset A, then hence A is equals to B. They are telling that. So here you can see A will have 1, 3, 5 elements and B will have 1, 3, 5 elements. So then what you can say, hence it is, you can say A subset B and B subset A. That implies if and only if A is equals to B. Yes, it is existed. Next one. So A is equals to AEIOU and B is equals to ABCD. So A is not a subset of B and B is not a subset of A. So they are telling that here if you take A subset B, the elements which will presented in A, all the elements which are not presented in B. So for that you can write A is not a subset of B. The elements which are presented here, B, C, D is there, but here there is no B, C, D, but A is only there. So for that what you can write, B is not a subset of A. Next one. So if A subset B and A is not equal to B, correct? If A subset B and A is not equal to B, A is called proper set of B. A is called proper set of B. So if it is this condition is existed, if the elements which are presented in A, that all will contained in B, but both sets are not equal. That condition you have to observe here. Both sets are not equal, then A is called proper subset of B, proper subset. So if it is A is equals to B, then B is also subset of A, right? According to this condition. But here A subset B and A is not equal to B, then A is called proper subset of B and B is called superset of A. Superset of A. So here we will see some examples. So what are these? So A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and B is a set 2, 4, 6 and C is a set 1, 3, 5 and D is a set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take it B subset to A or not. B is subset to A or not. So we have to check. So B will have, let's going to take 2, 4, 6 and A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 6. Here also 2, 4, 6 is there. Then you can write B subset to A. Let's take it another one. B subset to C or not. So B will have 2, 4, 6 and C will have, what is that set? 1, 3, 5. The elements which are presented in B will not be presented in C. So for that you can write B is not subset to C. Then another one, C subset to A or not, we have to check it. So C will have 1, 3, 5 and A will have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here 1 is there, 3 is there, 5 is there. Then what you can write? The elements which are presented in C is also presented in A. So for that C is subset to A. C is subset to A. The next one, A is subset to D or not, we have to check it. A is subset to D or not, or D is subset to A or not, we have to check it. So that implies here what you can write, A will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and D will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the two conditions. The elements which are presented in A is also presented in D. That means A is subset to D and A is also subset to A and D is also subset to D. And what you can write, the elements which are presented in D is also presented in A. For that D is subset to A and pi is subset to A and pi is subset to D. So these are the existing cases. The every set is itself subset to D and itself subset to A. So pi is subset to A and pi is subset to D. Then what you can write? A is equals to D. So if and only if, you can write it this one. So this is the way of writing examples. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.